All right, welcome back to another episode of Heinz Livestock. Today I put out a new mineral block, so we've been experimenting with our mineral program. We were originally running with no mineral. That didn't last too long. We figured out that some of our animals were starting to get some deficiencies, so we immediately started with one mineral block that we thought would work good. And we found out that there was some copper in it. Nothing that would be dangerous, but if they were on it for long enough, it could become dangerous. So we got that mineral block out of there, and now we got a new one in here. And I just want to kind of talk about what I've learned so far about mineral in relation to my sheep flock and kind of how it's affecting my land too. So you can see I just put this thing out there and they are clearly just hammering it. Some are up feeding now, but for the most part they're all down here fighting over this mineral block. And I'm not so worried about this just because they are deficient right now, so they're smoking it, but I think eventually it's going to be a lot less pressure on the block and everyone's going to be able to come and get some. So yeah, so I just want to talk about how we started. So we started with no mineral at all, and we had one lamb that got pretty sick because he didn't have all of the trace minerals that he needed. So we started putting this block in, and I believe we have those needs met now. But the reason they're not getting those trace minerals is because we're in this lush spring grass that is pretty low in minerals, since it's such fresh, quick growing grass that hasn't had time to fully develop those minerals yet. These guys are being pretty friendly right now. But yeah, so it doesn't have those minerals in the ground. But the amazing thing about the way that everything was created is that as these animals ingest this mineral from this block, they're going to go and deposit it in the ground with their manure. So that is just one of the coolest things, I think, that these animals can take this manure and deposit it across this farm and start to increase the mineral load in the ground and create better soil while creating healthier animals too, because this is going to help them put on more gain and be overall healthier and be able to consume more forage as well, which is important for this feeder lamb program that we're doing. But I also want to talk about where I place my mineral blocks. So as you guys can see, there's thistles all over here, and this is because this was a bare dirt section. There's some old gopher holes here and mounds that were formed, and then the first thing that grows on bare dirt is weeds like thistles. So as these grew up, I noticed this, and I was thinking to myself, I want to put as much manure and impact on this ground as possible, but the sheep won't eat it. So I was thinking, why don't I throw this mineral block right here, and they can deposit mineral right onto this subpar ground and start to change it. So I'll have to keep you guys updated, but by the time we move these animals here, this is all going to be trampled. There's going to be manure, there's going to be urine everywhere, and there's going to be all kinds of new fertility here. And I guarantee when we come back to this ground, it is going to look completely different than it does right now. So that's kind of an interesting deal. And then also I have my water all the way up in that corner by that white post up there. And as you come down here, I have the mineral block almost all the way across the paddock from where we started there. And essentially what that does is that spreads out the hoof impacts. So they have to walk all the way down here from the water, and when they're licking on a salt block, they're going to need to go get a drink eventually. So they got to move back and forth, spread impact, spread manure, and spread urine. So it's just kind of my way of getting them to spread out across this pasture and not just concentrate all their manure in one spot, because that's valuable dollars and helps out with the fertility of the ground. So overall, it's pretty cool how grasslands work and how we can have such a positive impact with these simple concepts. But figured I'd just come on here today and share what I've learned so far about mineral consumption and sheep. And I look forward to this week's videos. We got a bunch of good stuff coming up. We're going to weigh some lambs at the end of the week, me and Julia, and we're going to do some moves into some cooler areas of the farm and start really moving across this farm and getting things going now that we're getting these sheep comfortable. So stay tuned for those videos, and thank you guys for watching.